Good morning, everyone. It is JP. I am him, the outlaw. The voice that makes a voice, your favorite color commentator. And I'm here to give you my review of NXT Takeover Toronto. Now, obviously, I was at work, you guys, and I caught a little bit of it. I caught the highlights. I was very adamant about catching the highlights. I could have made it home just in time to catch the show, but I had some of my own personal drama, which I won't get into at this current moment. But let's go down the list of Toronto. Like I did that. Let's go down the list of Toronto. So they start off with the 8-man tag team match, which was decent. You know, Ty Dillinger was in there. No way Jose got jumped by Sanity. And Ty Dillinger was in there. Also, Roderick Strong. And then you had Remy Rebel. I think it's Remy Rebel. It could be Remy something else. I don't know what the fuck her name is. I know it's Remy. And Ty Dillinger, Remy. No Way Jose got knocked out, so Cassius Ono came and replaced No Way Jose with Roderick Strong versus Sanity. And Sanity goes over, which is not like in my prediction, because I really thought fucking Ty Dillinger team was going to go over. But yeah, Sanity wins with, same cheating tactics. At some point in time, I'm expecting them to have all the titles on NXT. It's just a matter of time, And that was pretty much it. We go to Aaron Black. I think I'm saying his name wrong. I don't have my notes in front of me. I'm freestyling today, you guys. I got a very I'm trying to make this fast. I just want to go over this because I got a very special fan letter the other day, and I'm gonna go over that. I do have the fan letter with me, but I definitely want to go over that fan letter. So, Aaron Black versus Andre Cien. So, of course, Andre lost. Of course, it's a debut. I don't know if they hired him as a jobber where they just come in and they promote the other talents, the other brand new talents. Like, I need you to get this guy over, and that's what Andre brings to the table. He's able to perform at a high level, which I think he would be even better if y'all just take away the scriptogram shit, teach him some language. Fuck, you don't even gotta teach him some language. Get him a goddamn manager. And I think Andre Cien could be a future champion, a future heavyweight champion if they promote him right. So yeah, Black wins. No surprises there. Fucking they go into Asuka and Ember Moon and mind you, all the titles that was again seen at that Toronto Takeover's brand new titles. They made an announcement about that earlier that day. I was doing some running around. I couldn't really get to it, but they made an announcement about that earlier that day. Me personally, all the titles look like UFC titles. There is no distinction between the two titles. Now, a lot of people, JD said, what up, JD, from New York, 205. JD says the reason why they got rid of the titles was because Paige and Murdoch's jizzed all over the women's title at the end of the joint, so they had to just get rid of the titles altogether. But me personally, I would take that as they're really trying to do something with NXT. They're trying to make it more of a brand on its own versus a development brand, which is kind of cool. And I like the idea of that. But anyway, Asuka versus Ember Moon. Of course, Asuka goes over. I went with Ember Moon, but now looking at it, you only have 4-week build, and that rivalry can last a little longer than 4 weeks. I'm thinking SummerSlam, the title goes to Ember Moon after the women's tournament. Now, I hope they don't do what they did with 205 Live and just hire all the women and don't know what the fuck to do with them. But we'll see how it pans out. Okay, so I skipped the tag team match because I really thought that's the order it should have went in. Asuka should have came on before the tag team match. The women's title match should have been after the tag team match, but that is okay. That is okay, especially with how everything panned out. The tag team match itself, fucking the triple threat elimination tag team for the NXT Tag Team Championships. You have American Alpha. Not American Alpha, I'm sorry. Authors of Pain. I'm sorry. Authors of fucking Pain versus DIY and the Revival. The Revival and DIY in this match made this fucking match. Don't get me wrong. Authors of Pain has some good spots. Being the big dominant guys, of course you expect them to go over at some point. Fair enough. But when it all went down, when it all boiled down to it, you know, these guys were just too big. They was just way too strong. And stuff like this happens when you have that amount of power and the guys you're facing is half your fucking size and should be in the cruiserweights or in the middle class somewhere. That's going to fucking happen. These are two heavyweight guys and they were expected to win. Do I see them going up against Heavy Demolition or whatever the fuck those other two guys was on this week's NXT? Maybe. Maybe they lose the titles to them and then get called up to the main roster. I'm just curious on what will you do with the Authors of Pain after they get called up. Do I see them breaking them up and putting them in a different? No. I don't see that. So yeah, Authors of Pains win. It was a couple of nice spots in there. DIY and fucking the Revival alternated moves, like, you know, like fucking they like Ciampa and Dash Wilder did the Shatter Machine, and then you had fucking Johnny Primetime and fucking Johnny Wrestling and fucking what's his name do their meet in the middle move from DIY. So I thought it was cool. I thought it was a good moment. I liked how it panned out. And mind you, I'm only going off the highlights. And then the NXT Championship match, before everything went down, they shot a picture of Drew McIntyre, which, again, if you need any more clarification that Drew McIntyre is going to the WWE, it's right there. You don't really need anything else. He's in the fucking WWE, pretty much. So, you know, boom. Drew McIntyre gets his spot. I think Edge got a spot too, because the same guys was behind Edge and Drew McIntyre. So I don't know if they shoot that particular camera spot just in that particular angle or that particular seat, but it would not surprise me. Not at all. So, you know, this was a great match. I like how they sold it. You know, they played that knee angle again with Shinsuke, which I think is the only way to honestly for Bobby Roode to beat him. I really believe Bobby Roode is that next level heel that the WWE needs. He puts me in the mind of a Ric Flair and a motherfucking ravishing Rick Rude and Triple H. These are the three guys that he reminds me of. All the skill, all the talent. And I think now he just and Triple H is giving him the go ahead. He's backing him in everything that he does. His theme song is fucking awesome. I mean, if you really think Bobby Roode wasn't going to get a push, look at him now. Look at him now. If you thought he was going to be another James Storm, he's there a couple of weeks. He's beating no-name guys, and then he's going to be out. Just like, you know, the Wolves, James Storm. I can name a few guys, but that's what I'm getting at. So I liked it. I liked the match. I like how everything panned out towards the end. Of course, with Bobby Roode coming out on top. Who's next for Bobby Roode? They already showed you. Drew McIntyre is next for Bobby Roode. If not Drew McIntyre, Cassius Ohno. Because Cassius Ohno should be winning the title. He is not fucking enhancement talent. He never was and he never will be. He's 300 pounds and he can move like a fucking cruiserweight. Give him a goddamn title match. And that's it. That's my review for NXT Takeover. And I want to get into this fan letter. Again, this letter here is not, I'm going to go verbatim on what's said on the letter. I'm not going to give out real names or anything of that nature. But, one of my fans reached out to me on Wrestling Amino, and they wrote me a nice little blog between me and that person. Let's call her Vicky. Vicky, again, being one of my supporters since day one. And, she's seen how the show has progressed. I'm doing gameplay now. I'm doing fucking, I'm doing gameplay. I got 2 shows going, and she see it. The sound quality is better because I got a brand new phone. I'm going out and I'm getting things to make the show better. And so she sends me her appreciation. Like, look, I see you're trying to develop your craft and so on and so forth, but I have a personal problem, and I wonder if you can help me out with it. I told her to go ahead and shoot it, and let's see if we can't get to the bottom of this. So, not too long ago, Vicky found out that her significant other was cheating on her. And, the way she handled it, she was not pleased with herself. And I even told her, there's never a right way to handle a loss. I mean, if you truly care for somebody, if you truly love that person, losing them will fuck you up. And if it doesn't fuck you up, you're a piece of shit. All the way around, you're a piece of shit. So, as she's telling me her story, and I'm sitting here and I'm looking at, the familiarities, things that happened in my personal life a while back, not too long ago, and where I'm at now, I'm just comparing her story to my story. And the only thing that I could tell her, because when she found out everything via Facebook or whatever the fuck it is, one of these goddamn social media sites, I need everybody who listens to my show, believe half of what you hear. No, I'm sorry. Believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. Just because somebody says something on Facebook and you're not secure with who you are, does not mean you should go out and retaliate against the person who said something. Not at all. Not at all. Even this show. This show, again, the other day I said I lived in a mansion. And I'm a person of perspective. If what you think of a mansion, like 5 bathrooms, about 80 rooms, that's what you think of a mansion. No, that's not my mansion. My mansion is a 1 fucking bedroom apartment. Well, 2 bedroom apartment. And it's me and my young boy. This is my mansion. This is who lives in my mansion. This is where we're at with it. This is what we do. So, when I heard this, and, when she started telling me about, it was all some Facebook drama and all this other good stuff, the only true advice I could give her was the same advice I'm going to give you guys now. These are my final thoughts on this situation. Don't let a person, anyone, have power over you. Any type of power. Frustration, anger, humility. When you give these things up, when you let that out, a person has power over you. A person, and they don't even know the extent of their power. Because now I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm fucking furious. But to argue with somebody who's already mad, who's already furious, is fucking foolish.